Hi guys, I'm Aksha. Let's start with the trigonometric ratios. The very first question over here. Find the values of sine square pi by 10 plus sine square 4 pi by 10 plus sine square 6 pi by 10 plus sine square 9 pi by 10. Okay, sine square 9 pi by 10. Now here solution guys. Coming back to this solution, let's solve the given question. Like let us write down this where sine square pi by 10, sine square 4 pi by 10. So let's write down this. Where first one is what? Sine square pi by 10. Okay, plus sine square 4 pi by 10 plus sine square 6 pi by 10, sine square 6 pi by 10 plus sine square 9 pi by 10. Okay, this is the given one. Okay, sine square pi by 10 plus sine square 4 pi by 10 plus sine square 6 pi by 10 plus sine square 9 pi by 10. Clear? Guess what? So guys, here we must find the values of this given one. Okay, find the value of this sine square pi by 10, value of the like all combined. Let's find out the value. Now coming back to this, where in the mensuration lesson we have learned that with pi value, okay, we have considered pi equal to 22 by 7 or pi equal to 3.14. It goes on like that. So where we considered pi value as like that. But coming back to this trigonometry, we must, where pi value converts into degrees, okay, where pi value is equal to 180 degrees, okay, we will be considering like where pi equal to 180 degrees. Clear? Now coming back to this here guys, where pi is where sine square, right? We can write here, let it be, just rewrite this one, write this as where here I can write this as where sine square as it is, write this as it is. Right, sine square pi by 10 as it is. Okay, now let's go for the next one. Here we have sine square 4 pi by 10. I can write this sine square 4 pi by 10 as 4 pi by 10 as pi by 2 plus pi by 10. No, wait a minute. Pi by 2 minus pi by 10. Okay, as here pi by 2 minus pi by 10, because like, guys, if you look over there, where here pi by 2 minus pi by 10. If I take LCM for 2 and 10, okay, take LCM, do LCM process, take LCM for 2 and 10, so the LCM would become 10, okay, LCM would become 10. Now LCM into numerator by denominator means 10 into pi, 10 pi by 2 equal to what? 5 pi, okay, 10 pi by 2 equal to what? 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10, right? So this becomes what? 5 pi, okay, let me write down here 5 pi as it is. 5 pi minus, as here we have minus, so that's what I made a minus over there. So minus pi into, 10 into pi, 10 pi, right? 10 into pi by 10 means 10 cancel, right? 10 ones are 10. So 10 cancel. So I have left over with pi. So let me write down the pi value over here. Okay? Pi value over there. So 5 pi minus pi by 10. So guys, this becomes what? 4 pi by 10. Alright, are you getting it? 5 pi minus pi equal to what? 4 pi. So 4 pi by 10. Clear? Now that's what I have written this 4 pi by 10 as pi by 2 minus pi by 10. Plus over here, sine square 6 pi by 10 I can write, or the 6 pi by 10 can be written as pi by 2 plus pi by 10. Okay, pi by 2 plus pi by 10. Clear? As here just take LCM as 10. Okay, LCM into numerator by denominator, this becomes 5 pi. 5 pi plus pi gives what? 6 pi. So by 10, 6 pi by 10. Alright. Now let me go for the next one. Sine square 9 pi by 10. So guys, let's make a look over here. Sine square, just listen carefully. Where sine square 9 pi by 10, I can write this 9 pi by 10 as pi minus pi by 10. Okay, I can write this 9 pi by 10 as pi minus pi by 10, where here if I take LCM for this both, the LCM would become what? 10. LCM into numerator, this becomes what? Numerator by denominator. Denominator is there is no number, right? So we can consider denominator as 1. So this becomes what? 10 pi minus pi equal to what? 9 pi. Okay, 9 pi by 10. Clear? So that's what I have written this value as like this. Okay, where 9 pi by 10 as pi minus pi by 10. Clear? Clear? Very good. Now guys, let's go for the next one here. Here comes the trigonometric ratios. Here comes what? Trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios. Now guys, the very first ratio as you have is like, we know this sine 90 minus theta. So guys, what's the value for sine 90 minus theta? Just check yourself, okay? Like sine 90 minus theta equal to what? Very good. Cos theta. Super. Okay, well, sine 90 minus theta equal to what? Cos theta. Sine 90 minus theta equal to what? Cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta equal to what? Sin theta. Okay. Cos 90 minus theta equal to what? Sin theta. Or tan 90 minus theta equal to what? Cot theta. We know this, right? This value side trigonometric ratios. Cot 90 minus secant 90 minus theta equal to what? Cosecant theta. So like this, here you have what? The first one, the very first identity, where sin 90 minus theta equal to cos theta. By using this, I am going to write over here. Just write this sin square pi by 10 as it is. Okay, write sin square pi by 10 as it is. Sin square pi by 10 as it is. Plus, here you have sin square. Okay, let's sin square keep square aside. So sin square pi by 2 minus pi by 10. So sin, here how I have said what? For pi equal to 180 degrees. Right? Pi value, coming back to this pi value, pi equal to 180 degrees. So by 180 degrees by 2, how much? 2 ones are 2, 2 9s are 18, 0, 90. Well, 2 into 90 equal to what? 180. Okay. So where pi equal to pi, this becomes what? 90 degrees. Okay. In this given question where pi becomes what? 90 degrees. So that's what here guys, what I have written. Pi equal to 90 degrees. Are you getting it? So here I have divided by 2 because here I am dividing this by 2. Okay. So guys, where pi value is 180 degrees, so 180 degrees by 2 equal to 90 degrees. So that's what I have taken pi value as 90 degrees. So sine, this is 90 degrees, right? So sine 90 minus, consider pi by 10. Consider pi by 10 as theta. Okay. Consider pi by 10 as theta. So sine 90 minus theta equal to what? Cos theta. So I am going to write this as sine 90 minus theta equal to what? Cos theta. So that's what I am going to write this as cos square theta. Instead of theta, what's the theta value that we have considered? The theta value is pi by 10. So that's what I have written, pi by 10. Clear? Sin square pi by 10 plus cos square pi by 10. Okay. Now let me go for the next one, the second one over here. Okay. Here we have sin square pi by 2 plus sin square pi by 2 plus pi by 10. So guys, sin square pi by 2 plus pi by 10, which is equal to sin 90 minus theta, equal to what? Cos theta, means cos square theta. So instead of theta, what do? You add pi by 10. So cos square pi by 10 plus, okay, cos square pi by 10 plus here have sin square. As here comes the second degree, here comes the other degree where, let me write down the degree over here. Therefore, where sin 180 degree, yeah, sin 180 minus theta equal to what? Sin theta. Okay. Sin 180 minus theta equal to what? Sin theta. This is the second degree, guys. Okay. Sin 180 minus theta equal to sin theta. So that's what, here I have what? Sin square. Pi value is what? 180 degrees. Here I don't have 2, right? I don't have 2 to divide it. So that's what this becomes what? Just this becomes 180. So sin 180 minus theta equal to sin theta. So that's what I'm going to write this as sin square theta. Theta value is what? Pi by 10. Are you getting it? Clear till here? Is it okay? Clear? Very good. Now guys, what you do is sorry. So now what you do is you have another trigonometric identity where that is sin square theta. Sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to what? Sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to what? 1. Okay. Sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So therefore, what do? Just make it first. Okay. Here you have sin square theta, cos square theta gets cancelled. So cos square theta, sin square theta plus cos square theta gets cancelled. Sin square theta plus cos square theta gets cancelled. So this all becomes what? Here you have sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to what? 1. Okay. And plus as it is. Plus cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to what? 1. This is equal to what? 1 plus 1? 2. So let me conclude this. Therefore, the value is 2. Okay. Therefore the value is 2. Clear? We are done with it. We'll find the therefore guys, here this is the given question where sin square pi by 10 plus sin square 4 pi by 10 plus sin square 6 pi by 10 plus sin square 9 pi by 10. So therefore the entire value that we got is what? The value is 2. 1 plus 1. So therefore the value is 2. Thank you. The second one, prove that cot pi by 16 into cot 2 pi by 16 into cot 3 pi by 16 into cot 4 pi by 16 into cot 5 pi by 16 into cot 6 pi by 16 into cot 7 pi by 16 equal to 1. So guys, they have given what? Cot this is equal to 1. So this whole is equal to 1. Now guys, what you do is we must show this as this. Now guys, to show this, like LHS is equal to RHS. Like we must show this as LHS side. So LHS side which should be equated to RHS means 1. Means here guys, what you do is just write it down, like cot pi by 16 into cot 2 pi by 16 into cot 3 pi by 16 into, it will be like cot 4 pi by 16 into cot 5 pi by 16, into cot 6 pi by 16 into cot 7 pi by 16. Guys, just make a look over here. Listen carefully. Where here cot pi by 16. Now to solve this given one, what you do is just do one step. Coming back to one step. Here you have. Just multiply cot pi by 16 into cot 7 pi by 16. Okay. Multiplication. Okay. Multiply cot pi by 16 into cot 7 pi by 16. Again, you go with like cot 2 pi by 16. Okay. Cot 2 pi by 16 into cot 6 pi by 16. Multiply, like you make a multiplication over here. Multiplication. Okay. So you might feel like cross line. No, it's not a cross line, guys. It's multiplication. Okay. So cot 2 pi by 16 into cot 6 pi by 16. Again, cot 3 pi by 16 into cot 5 pi by 16. Okay. Just multiply with this. And at last you have what? Cot 4 pi by 16. Let's leave this cot 4 by 16. 4 pi by 16 aside. Okay. Leave this cot 4 pi by 16 aside. Now we got all the values. Now what you do is just multiply it. You just multiply it like cot pi by 16 into cot 7 pi by 16. Like here, cot pi by 16 into cot 7 pi by 16. So multiplication with this both. Okay, let's do multiplication. Okay, multiplication. Again, into. Here you have what? So guys, into I'm just representing as a dot. Okay, dot. Now don't fill this as a decimal part, but it's into. Okay. So here you have cot pi by 16 into cot 7 pi by 16. This is into. Here you have what I said again, multiplication with what? Cot 2 pi by 16 into cot 6 pi by 16. Cot 2 pi by 16 into cot 6 pi by 16. No need of two values. Okay, like again the third one, the next one, cot 3 pi by 16, right? The next multiplication is what with whom? Cot 3 pi by 16 into cot 5 pi by 16, right? This is the one, next one, cot 5 pi by 16. Now the next one, the last one, multiplication with, we must make a multiplication with, you have the leftover solution, like single is cot 4 pi by 16. Okay, all are paired. Okay, so the only single one is cot 4 pi by 16. So let me write down like cot 4 pi by 16 over here. Cot 4 pi by 16. Sorry. 4 pi by 16. Single one. Single kingulum. Okay. So clear? Here cot pi by 16. Okay, let it be. Now guys, now what you do is you can write this as cot pi by 16 into cot 7 pi by 16. Let us write down this cot pi by 16 as it is, because you can't change it. So let's write down this as cot pi by 16 as it is into cot 7 pi by 16. You can write this cot 7 pi by 16 as, just look here carefully, as we have done the first question similar to that. We have cot 7 pi by 16. I can write this as, by using the LCM process. Okay, by using the LCM process, I can write this as pi by 16. No, can I use pi by 16? No. Wait a minute. Pi by 2. Pi by 2 minus, this becomes 8. Pi by 16. Okay, I can write this 7 pi by 16. Okay, I can write this 7 pi by 16 as pi by 2 minus pi by 16. I will show you how can I write this, okay? How can I write this? How can I write this 7 pi by 16 like this? Because here if I take LCM, okay? If I take LCM for 2 and 16, so what the LCM would become? LCM would become 16. Okay, 16 will be the LCM. So LCM into numerator by denominator. LCM is what? 16. 16 into pi by 2, how much? 16 into pi by 2, how much? 2 is the 16, right? So this becomes what? 8 pi. Okay. Just do roughly on notes, okay? Just try to see how we got this value, okay? How did I wrote this value as like this, okay? How I converted this means here, guys, where this becomes what? 8 pi. Okay, this becomes 8 pi. 8 pi minus LCM and numerator by denominator. This becomes what? Again pi value means here 16 gets cancelled. Okay, denominator 16 and numerator 16 gets cancelled. This becomes what? I will be left over with what? Which value? Pi. Pi will be the leftover value. So 8 pi minus pi equal to what? 7 pi. Okay, 7 pi. 16 as it is, so 7 pi by 16. So that's what I have written. This 7 pi by 16 as pi by 2 minus pi by 16. Clear? Clear? Let's go for the next one. Here you have what? Cot 2 pi by 16. Okay, cot 2 pi by 16. Let's write down this cot 2 pi by 16 as it is. 2 pi by 16 as it is. No need to change this. Now here here comes cot 6 pi by 16 can be written as cot 6 pi by 16 can be written as pi by 2 minus 16. 8 pi 8 minus 2 pi by 16. Okay, I can write this as, wait a minute. Okay, I can write this as pi by 2 minus 2 pi by 16, as here you can see where 16 will be the LCM. I will be explaining this. Here 16 will be the LCM. So this becomes what? 8 pi minus LCM into numerator denominator 8 pi minus, here you have where 16 gets cancelled. Now coming back to this, 16 gets cancelled, so you will be left over with 2 pi. So 8 pi minus 2 pi, how much? 8 minus 2, 6. So this becomes what? 6 pi by 16. Clear? Now let's go for the next one. The third one with the third pair. So here you have the two values, like here we have got 3 pi by 16, cot 3 pi by 16 into cot 5 pi by 16. So cot 5 pi by 16 can be written as, okay, I can write this as cot pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 16. Okay, minus 3 pi by 16. This becomes 8 pi minus 3 pi. This is equal to 8 minus 3, how much? 5 pi. Okay, so that's what I have written. This as pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 16. So I am going to write the next value over here. You have got 4 pi by 16. So just write cot 4 pi by 16. Just look over here, guys. Cot 4 pi by 16. Okay, cot 4 pi by 16, where 4 ones are 4, 4 fours are 16, right? So I got what? Cot pi by 4. Okay, so I got what the value is what? Cot pi by 4. So I am going to write this as cot pi by 4. Clear? Clear till here? Now you go down. So guys, here you have the next one. The next step, let's write down here, where you will be having few identities. Okay, coming back to the identities, like trigonometric ratios. Okay, so guys, here let me write down cot pi by 16 as it is. Okay, cot pi by 16 as it is, into, here you have what? Cot pi by 2. Pi by 2, as I have said before, where pi value, coming back to the trigonometry, pi value is equal to 180 degrees, right? 180 degrees. 180 by 2, how much? 90 degrees, right? So consider this as 90 degree minus theta. Consider this as theta. So cot 90 minus theta, how much? Cot 90 minus theta equal to tan theta, right? We know this value, we know this identity, right? Cot 90 minus theta is equal to tan theta. So just write it down. So now here this becomes what? Into tan. I can write instead of cot, I can write this as tan 90 minus theta. How much? Tan theta. So theta over here is what? Pi by 60. Clear? Clear? Now next, the next step is what, guys? Here have cot 2 pi by 16. Okay, let me write down this as cot 2 pi by 16 as it is. Okay, cot 2 pi by 16 into tan 2 pi by 16. Clear? This is how I'm writing tan 2 pi by 16, right, guys? Okay, tan 2 pi by 16. And next, what is? Okay, so next here you cot 3 pi by 16 into tan 3 pi by 16. Tan 3 pi by 16. Clear? And the next one, the last one that we have remained over here. So the last one is what? Cot pi by 4, right? Cot pi by 4. So guys, instead of this, here I am going to write this as cot pi by 4. Let me write down over here. I'm going to write this. So guys, what you do is you just write down over here where cot, just look over here where cot pi by 4. Pi by 4. Where pi value is what? 180 degrees, right? 180 by 4. 180 by 4 ones are 4. 4 fours are 16. 4 is 16, 4 5s are 20, so I got what? 45. Okay, 45 degrees, 180 degrees, 45 degrees. Well, cot 45 degrees equal to what? 1. Okay, cot 45 degrees equal to what? 1. So therefore, instead of using cot pi by 4, I'm going to say like cot 45 degrees, which is equal to 1. So I'm replacing the value cot pi by 4 as 1. Okay, so this is what I have written 1 over here. Clear? Now cot theta into tan theta equal to what? We know the another identity where cot theta into tan theta. Tan theta equal to what? 1. Okay, we know this. Cot theta into tan theta equal to what? 1. O-N-E, 1. So therefore, cot theta tan theta gets cancelled. Means here you have tan 16. So we have cancelled theta over here. So cot tan cancel. Cot 2 pi by 16, tan 2 pi by 16 gets cancelled. Cot 3 pi by 16 into tan 3 pi by 16 gets cancelled. Here you have 1. So what you do here, you have what? 1. Okay, well, let me write down 1 over here. So this becomes what? 1. From this side we got 1. So 1 into 1 into 1. Or. Okay. 1 into 1, how much? 1 only. Okay, any number multiplied with 1 is always the number itself. So 1 into 1, how much? 1. So therefore, the entire sum, at last we got what? 1 into 1 into 1 into 1, 1. So therefore I got what? The 1 value. Clear? Clear? Thank you. Hey guys, I'm Laksha and let's start with the third sum over here. In trigonometric ratio, so here you have, if cos theta plus sin theta equal to root 2 cos theta. If cos theta plus sin theta equal to root 2 cos theta, then prove that cos theta minus sin theta equal to root 2 sin theta. Prove that cos theta minus sin theta equal to what? Root 2 sin theta. Now guys, what you do? You just write down, firstly write down this if clause. Like they have given what? They have given if cos theta plus sin theta equal to root 2 cos theta, right? So then what you do? You write down like cos theta plus sin theta. Cos theta plus sin theta equal to root 2 cos theta. Okay, then prove that cos theta minus sin theta equal to root 2 sin theta. Prove that cos theta minus sin theta equal to root 2 sin theta. So then, to prove this, just start with it like, okay, just start with this one. Just start with the given equation. So they have given cos theta plus sin theta equal to root 2 cos theta. So let's start with it, guys. Okay. Now here what you do? You transpose this cos theta. Transpose this cos theta to the other side. This becomes what? Here you have plus cos theta. If I transpose this plus cos theta to the other side, this becomes what? Minus. This becomes what? Minus cos theta. So I can write this as where sin sin theta equal to root 2 cos theta minus cos theta. Okay, minus cos theta. Clear? Now the next step. The next step goes like this, where sin theta as it is. Okay, sin theta as it is. Where sin theta equal to, take cos theta as common. Take one value as common. So take cos theta as common. Here I am going to take cos theta as common. Okay. So let it be where cos theta into root 2 minus 1. Okay, where cos theta into root 2 minus 1. Clear? Means guys, here I have written root 2 minus 1 because here cos theta into root 2, this becomes what? Root 2 cos theta. Cos theta minus 1, this becomes what? Minus cos theta. Alright, so that's what I have written. Now here comes the next step. Okay, here comes the next step is adding on both sides. AOBS. Okay, adding what to add on both sides? Adding root 2 plus 1. Okay, adding root 2 plus 1 on both sides. On both sides. Clear? Now sin theta means you add like root 2 plus 1, right? So here let it be like root 2. Okay, root 2 so root 2 plus 1 into sin theta, which is equal to cos theta as it is. Cos theta into root 2 minus 1. As I said, add root 2 plus 1, right? So let's add root 2 plus 1. Okay, root 2 plus 1. Guys, just look over here. You have root 2 minus 1 into root 2 plus 1. Okay, but this reminds me of a formula. Root 2 minus 1, root 2 plus 1. But this reminds me of a formula where a minus b into a plus b, right? Can you see it? Where a minus b into a plus b, right? So here we know this, where a minus b into a plus b is equal to what? A square minus b square, right? We know this formula. We know this, where a minus b into a plus b equal to what? A square minus b square, right? So just add the just apply that formula. Okay, apply that formula. So here have what? Root 2 plus 1. Okay, root 2 plus 1 into sin theta equal to, here I got what? Root 2 minus 1 into root 2 plus 1. Here coming back to this, I will be writing over here where root 2 minus 1 means a plus b into a, or a minus b into a plus b. How much? A plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b, how much? Means root 2 minus 1 into root 2 plus 2, root 2 plus 1, how much? Either it would be minus b or plus b, it's okay, okay. So here where root 2 minus 1 into root 2 plus 1, how much? Root 2 means a minus b into a plus b equal to a square minus b square. Okay, a square minus b square. So here where square root gets cancelled, this becomes what? 2 minus 1 square, how much? 1. So therefore the value is 1. Okay, so therefore this value is what? 1. So cos theta into 1. Clear? Clear? Cos theta into 1. Now root 2 plus 1 into sin theta equal to cos theta into 1. So cos theta into 1, how much? Cos theta. So cos theta into 1 is cos theta, so no need to write 1. So guys, here clear till here. Now you go like sin theta. Sin theta into root 2. This becomes what? Root 2 sin theta. Okay. Again sin theta into 1. This plus. Okay, plus over here. So sin theta into 1. This gives what? Sin theta. Okay. Sin theta into 1 gives what? Sin theta. Plus sin theta, which is equal to cos theta. Clear? Now what you do? Transpose this sin theta. Like you take the sin theta to the other side. This is the sin theta. Okay. Don't take root 2 sin theta. Take only sin theta. So transpose, take the sin theta to the other side. This becomes what? This becomes what? Minus sin theta. Where root 2 sin theta equals to cos theta minus sin theta. Okay? Clear till here? Root 2 sin theta equal to cos theta minus sin theta. Okay, as here you can see cos theta minus sin theta equal to root 2 sin theta. They are asked to prove this. What? They are asked to prove this, right? So then what you do, you write it as cos theta minus sin theta. Okay, we have proved that what cos theta minus sin theta equal to root 2 sin theta. Then you make therefore hence proved. Okay, hence proved. Okay, they asked what? They asked to prove this cos theta minus sin theta equal to root 2. So that's what we have proved.